If there ever was such a thing as the bad guys of a Football Manager save, I think Aston Villa fit the bill. I applied for this job before we moved to Greece and they turned me down for it. Last year, they denied us on the final day of the year a spot in the Champions League. Today, they're looking to deny us an even bigger title. There is 8 games left of the Premier League season. A win here would put us 6 points clear. Welcome back to the Journey Manager. Yes, folks, how is it going? Happy Monday. Welcome back to the Journey Manager, where we are competing in the Premier League, the Europa League, and we were in the FA Cup until we just lost. Yeah, you know what? Let's get the one defeat out the way since you were last here. We lost to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace have just been an annoying team in this universe. I don't even feel like we were that bad, really. Obviously, we lost 3-0. So we weren't exactly good either. It does mean, however, sadly, there's only 2 competitions left for us to focus on this year, which in a weird way might be a little bit of a blessing. It does appear like our big rival in the Premier League title race is going to be Manchester United, which is a little bit of a shock. Man City have really dropped off the pace lately. Obviously, they lost to us, as you can see, in the FA Cup. They lost against Arsenal in the Champions League, and they just lost to Chelsea. Vincent Kompany is bottling it, and all of a sudden, they are 7 points behind us. Now, admittedly, there's still 8 games left, so let's not get too carried away just yet. Stranger things have happened, but as well as the Premier League, I mentioned there's one other competition we're in. We aren't going to be covering that one today as well. It's the Europa League, where we've been drawn against Manchester United. You could probably argue this is the best 2 teams remaining in the competition, and we're meeting rather soon in the knockouts. And I know what you're thinking, Jack, why do you care about winning the Europa League? Well, look, we've won the Conference League here with Newcastle United. If we win the Europa League, maybe I'd run back things for one more season, even if we win the Premier League, just to try and win a Champions League for Mark, so I can say he's won every European title. Saying all of that, it's far from a done thing against Manchester United, really. Now, since you were last here, we did actually play a round in the Europa League. Spoilers, we got through in it. It was the round of 16 against Anderlecht. We won 10-2 on aggregate. Pretty good. Balaki picked up a hat-trick in the second leg. This bloke is quite good at football, even if he's unhappy. We don't care about his happiness. He scores goals when I play him. As for the other games we've won since you were last here, well, I already mentioned we did actually beat Man City in the FA Cup 5th round, which felt amazing, obviously completely undone by the fact we're now out of the competition after losing to Crystal Palace. But in the intermission, some good results here. We won 14-0 on aggregate across 3 games, 4-0 against Leicester, 6-0 against Brentford. And apologies to newly promoted Hull. We didn't hold much back in this game. Granted, it took a flurry of goals late on in this game to get the result. Mamadi, man of the match in this man, the 21-year-old, not really giving him enough chances. When I have played him, he's played pretty well. And well, unfortunately for us, there's a reason he's playing. And this is something that, whilst the Premier League title looks great, right, this could be a problem, and it could be a problem today. We've got 3 pretty major injuries. Rafael Soa, star man, he's out for 2 to 4 months. His season is pretty much done. He might be back for a European final if we made it there. But obviously, as our star centre attacking mid, that's a problem. Jeremy Everard, top goal scorer in the league, is also injured for today's game. Granted, he's back in a matter of days. I'd still quite like him for this game against Aston Villa. And annoyingly, the man who I might have thrown into the 11 when Soa got injured is Sousa, and he is also injured. Granted, again, his injury is not the most serious, up to 3 weeks out, I suppose less than ideal. Yeah, the centre attacking mid-area has taken a bit of a pounding lately. I mean, obviously, this is my best 11 normally. Soa's out, Everard's out, Sousa's out. It's going to look a little bit makeshift. I don't want to say things are getting desperate, but I think we're going to have to play Vial at attacking midfielder. Balaki up front is absolutely fine. Mark is on the bench, and I have seen some comments about, you know, Mark playing Premier League games. Has he played enough for a winner's medal? He has already, but there is part of me that in this final stint of the save game would like to give him some more minutes. So if the opportunity presents itself, maybe he comes on at some point in this game today. Is it the wisest of ideas against our bogey team to play my son? Maybe not, but Aston Villa are having a stinker. Having finished 5th last year, they're currently down in 10th, so I'd really like to kind of give them a bit of a misery compiler and beat them here at home. And just to be clear, in spite of everything that's happened in this save game with Aston Villa getting the better of us, we should be winning this game. Do not think for a second that we are some glorious underdogs looking to upset everything. No, we are a team that should be winning this game and winning it comfortably based on this season. Hughes' header would have been a great opportunity there. He's hit the post, sadly, from an impossible angle to score from. Probably should have headed it back across goal. That was one chance down our left-hand side. We might have another one immediately here as Big Deli, well, the throw into him was a stinker. He does keep it alive, though, and now it's with Ma. Stepping forward, where are we going? Balaki spanks into the bottom corner, wheels away in celebration. Our backup striker has 21 goals for the season. I think that's a testament to the depth we have and the rotation we've done. Or does he have those goals? Because he's still on 20. The goal's not going to count. It's offside. Was he off? Redraw the lines. Redraw the lines. Redraw them. That is bull crap. Okay, well, it remains 0-0. We've only had one shot on target, but you know what? The shots are going up. The XG's going up. I'm not being shown these chances, but I think we're playing quite well. Let's encourage the players. It's not exactly been a classic. It's a good job that we are doing those 2 legs against Manchester United in the Europa League as well today. As much as it's a little bit of a distraction, I do feel like if we win that fixture, we're in pole position to win some European silverware, which is always nice. Faye goes inside, dances past his man, runs through his legs, gives it to Balaki. That one is going to count. Did anyone used to play like the old FIFA Street? Like you can make your own character, and I always used to make mine like a little gremlin who was like 5 foot tall and could run through players' legs. That is basically what Faye did there. Like he's absolutely like just jinxed out the defender with some skill moves. The keeper, the players left for dead, and he just runs through him. Anyway, as I flub the commentary, we're back into the action here, where finally Aston Villa have had their first shot of the game. It took them 40 minutes. I really feel like I shouldn't be goading them. I shouldn't be goading them. There's 3 minutes left of the half. If they score, I'll cry. If we score, we're on the pitch. Hyundu. Where's he going to go? Back to Marco. The right back on support. Plays it to Faye. He holds it up. Gets the ball back. Big Daddy, pull the trigger, my son! Just the wrong side of the post. Okay, well, after that late excitement of the half, it does finish, well, at the break, 1-0. We have absolutely dominated this game. Okay, 10 minutes into the second half, nothing really happening. You know what? I think this is the kind of game where we should bring in some fresh legs. Gabriele at left back is injured. I'm bringing in Mark. Mark at left back. Have I lost the... He can play left back. He's an accomplished left back. He's going to prove that today. Elsewhere, Big Deli on a yellow card. Let's bring in Sanchez. Let's keep things sensible here. At least a little bit sensible. Probably could also just have a better defensive mid in front of the left back, who is just here based on nepotism, really, isn't it? There's only 20 minutes left of this game. This has been an awful game from an Aston Villa fan point of view. They have done absolutely nothing. Admittedly, we've not really created enough either, and given the fact it's a 1-goal game going into the last 15 minutes, I probably should be more nervous. I was going to make a change, but a highlight's begun. I'll tell you what, if they score now, that will be some weird, sick form of karma, won't it? Vuskovic, Feldmeier, for them skipping forward with the ball. I don't like this. I don't like this, Football Manager. Why are you showing me this? Stenson, dispossessed by Ramo Marco. We love that. Hamilton, don't throw away your shot, son. He plays it forward to Marco. Faye, inside to Sanchez. Marco back with the ball, dominating possession at the moment, granted across the game. It has been fairly 50-50, and we've actually given it away in an awful area, and now Alacon's through for them. Why have I said anything? I feel like I've just jinxed this. I have. I hate Aston Villa. I hate Aston Villa. I hate them. They probably should be higher in the league than 10th. They've done nothing all game. How have they equalised, Football Manager? Why are you doing this to me? Who was meant to be marking the man at the edge of the box? I knew the answer. I actually don't think that was necessarily Mark's fault. I'm just looking for someone to blame. And he is the man who's going to get the blame. Marco, Faye. Right, we have to respond here. I was going to make some subs, but we'll wait and see what happens here. Marco! He's got the assist! He's got the assist. Mark is a genius. That's why I brought him on at left back. Mark, you beautiful man. I mean, it's Marco to Marco. Was it? Actually, it was Faye with an absolutely insane Trivella pass to Junjun Hwan. And it's 2-1, and everyone now just relax a little. Probably should still make some subs here just to bring in some fresh legs. You know what? In spite of the fact that they just created the goal, I am actually going to take off Faye and Junjun Hwan here and bring in Mamadi and Ollison. 2 youngsters for the future, the next generation of Newcastle, perhaps. I'm just going to give them the nod here. As with 5 minutes left, we're 2-1 up. And I just want to see the game end. 3 minutes left of this game. Look at the XG. Look at the XG. Football Manager, why is there a highlight? Why is there a highlight? Don't you dare. Stop. Thank you. Okay, good win. Now we break. Vial, Mamadi, hero against Hull. On the pitch here at home. And nearly scoring a wonder solo goal. But you know what? The ball is in the corner. It can stay there for all I care. Balaki is going to take the corner. There's 30 seconds left. We are 2-1 to the good. A win here would put us 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League with 7 games left. We'd be in pole position, and with an easy run of games, you'd have to say it would be in our hands to not bottle it. Marco in the corner. You know what? Just time waste, lads. I never put on time wasting. At this point, I think we can just do it. Kill the clock. 5 minutes of added time was scheduled. We've played the 5 minutes. Admittedly, it's a minimum of 5 minutes, but don't let that ruin the fact that Ramon Marco has time wasted that exceptionally in the corner, and that's the game. We didn't even get to see the throw-in. A nice win. Well done, lads. A little bit of a scare there, but you know what? I think my blood heart rate level, it's just about normalised in the end. Man City did win there. So they are still within 7 points of us. But when you look at this table now, and look, if we don't win the league from here, we have bottled it. Our unbeaten home run is 50 games. When did that start? I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't realise we've been unbeaten at home for that long. Bloody hell, we're good, aren't we? Now, we have got a run of relatively easy Premier League games. As a reminder, my final 2 games of the year are Everton and Arsenal. So it's really not over till it's over. Now, as I already mentioned, the plan of attack today is actually to do the Europa League games against Man United, because I would quite like to win European silverware. It'd be good to win the Conference League and the Europa League in one save game. Admittedly, in between those fixtures that we're doing today, we have got Sheffield United and Wolves. With respect to those 2 clubs, not very interesting down into 15th and 16th. Of course, if I now slip up against them, I look like a muppet. But we're going to come back in a little over a week for the Manchester United game. In fact, it's way over a week. There's an international break. You know what? I'm going to go mash continue. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a mo. It was meant to be a simple game. We scored a penalty in the 72nd minute. They scored a penalty in the 95th. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. Are we actually going to bottle it? I mean, to make things even worse, Manchester United could only scrape a 1-0 win against West Ham down in 13th. It cuts the gap to 4 points. It's still in our control, but I hate what I saw there. Especially because I know we're now going into a Europa League game against Manchester United with a lot of pressure on our shoulders. Now, in this competition, I have rotated the team fairly heavily. I intend to continue to do that. That might be a risk, but for the home leg, I think we can afford to do it. And actually, the defence is where we're really going to mix things up. The back 4 completely changed. I've still put in full focus on the league. This is just a fun little side quest. Semeraro is going to be at right back for us. Gasparini is going to be at left back. This guy has improved so much since he arrived at the club from Liverpool. We signed him, of course, you can see here, almost 2 years ago now. Look at the improvement in that time. It's actually nothing crazy, but just +1s, +2s everywhere. Make him a really good left back. In at centre-back, we're going to go with Lundqvist, who is our 4th choice, and then Vincent Day, who is our third choice? Yeah, I would say he's our 3rd choice. He's actually started 18 games this year. He's a decent little defender. In the defensive mid area, it's going to be Milan and Sanchez. Milan is going to play that more creative role. Sanchez is going to play as the regista. I feel like I've not put much focus on the Europa League. This is kind of how I've approached this competition, and it's kind of how I'd like to continue to approach it if possible. In the final third, a little bit of a change here. Everard's still coming back from injury, passed a fitness test, fit enough for 75 minutes, wasn't fit enough for the previous game that we slipped up in, but for this one, we're going to give him the nod, try and build up some match sharpness. Attacking midwise, well, our depth is all injured or not registered for the competition. So it's going to be Jun Hwan, Vial and Faye in the final third. And after the disappointment of the last game against Sheffield United, I want a better performance here. You might have spotted it. I didn't rotate against Sheffield United. That was a full-strength team that failed to win. The imposter syndrome feels very real at the moment. I suppose getting a mental edge over Manchester United could be nice here, in a bizarre way as well. Maybe whoever gets knocked out of this kind of competition in this game is almost going to be an advantage for the league battle. Of course, it feels like it's going to be ourselves and Manchester United battling it out. And for one of those 2 teams, their schedule is going to get freed up a lot in the next few weeks following this Europa League fixture over 2 legs. We are at home for this game. We should have the edge in this game. We're on the back foot in this game. Profundi, Simpson at the edge of the box, acres of space, back to Profundi. I don't like this. They've hit the crossbar. It was offside. It wouldn't have counted. Still not a good start. 15 minutes in, we're yet to have a shot. They are dominating possession as well. I feel like I've got to change stuff up here. Out of possession, we're going to press higher. We're going to press harder. Let's get stuck in as well. And for the mentality, this might seem a bit mad. I'm going to go to attacking. Let's commit men further up the field. I feel like we need to try and overwhelm their midfield. And maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that because we've finally had some shots. Admittedly, it is now half-time. Nothing happened after we made changes. Is that a good or a bad thing? I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. I want to get them fired up here. Everard, I'll be honest, coming back from injury, not been impressed by him. Let's make an early change in this game. Balaki, on you come. Faye, Vial and Juan, all pretty tired actually. They all featured in that last game against Sheffield United. And, well, that's the one position where we really didn't rotate things. This might be stupid. I'm taking off Faye. I'm bringing in Mark as the shadow striker. I feel like it's my only option at attacking mid. Look, this is how I've approached the Europa League. Mark has played games in this competition. I'm not changing my approach now. In Mark, we trust. Manchester United not dealing with this initial corner. To the edge of the box, Milan, Balaki, in behind, on off the bench, scores, is 1-0. Was it a pretty goal? No, not really. Was it a good goal? I'll let you be the judge. I feel like the actual play by Milan and Balaki was quite nice here. And the finish, not too shabby if I might say so myself. I mean, that is an amazing way to start this second half. I feel like that gives us a little bit of confidence, having changed things up and brought on Balaki. He's come on off the bench and scored almost immediately. We scored from a corner, though. Now they're going to have one. Near post, Mark wins the initial header. Carvalho, Koolman, edge of the box. That's a good goal, isn't it? It's just a good goal. Bafundi whipped the ball in. It was headed away by Mark, actually. Great header, sadly. No one closing down that effort there. He picked his spot and he landed it straight in the top bins. Okay, well, if the first half was a bit slow, the second half, you know what? The tempo has been increased. The game has a pulse all of a sudden. It's 1-1. Can we fight back? Almost immediately. Sanchez, Vincent Day, options to his right. Mark holding up the play for Semeraro. Lovely play there. Mark continues his run. Semeraro, options in the middle. It falls the way of Balaki. I thought Mark was going to score. We have still scored, though. We should enjoy that. It's one of those eye test moments for Mark. You know, in the history books, he'll never get an assist. But look at the dummy by him here. It was definitely an intentional dummy as well. It caught off the defence. Balaki doubles his tally for the game. Corner. Gasparini on his left foot. Lundqvist is under it. Half-headed away, but only as far as Mark. I'll tell you what, he's been sensational since we brought him on. Semeraro, free kick. I'll tell you what, it's getting intense. This is only the first leg as well. Really, I'd like us to press home more of an advantage at home ahead of the second leg at Old Trafford. Vial wins it. Balaki's on for a hat-trick, by the way. Vial, he's going on a mazy run here. There's options in the middle. Floats it to Balaki, who hits the outside of the post. On for a hat-trick there. Denied by the woodwork. He has been sensational. They're changing up their system here. I don't think I need to change anything tactics-wise. I think I'll change some personnel. I'm going to bring in Big Deli and I'm going to bring in Matt. Just some fresh legs in that defence in mid-area. Elsewhere, you know what? Gabriele on at left-back. I do absolutely love Gasparini, the youngster, but on a booking with 20 minutes left, this is the kind of game where you really don't want to go down a man if you can avoid it. Shout some praise at the players. 14 minutes. We have an advantage. It's still going to be really tough going to Old Trafford with a 1-goal edge. I feel like we need another in this game. Maybe we can make something happen here. Gabriele whips it in. Vincent Day's header is parried wide. It was a chance. Matt going to try and keep it alive, but I think there the moment has passed. We've had chances. We've not been at our most clinical best here. And that could be that because there's only 5 minutes left. Matt gets an injury. I'm down a man. And I suppose at this point, move Mark to Roman playmaker. You know what? Move Mark to Regista. A Roman playmaker will get up and down the pitch and kind of fill the channel. I need the Regista just to sit a little bit more. His kind of movement is a lot more lateral across the pitch. And with 5 minutes left, I think this game is destined now to finish 2-1. It's not been perfect. It could be perfect if we score here. Balaki, we have scored here. That is huge. Lundqvist, 3rd goal of the season for the Swede. We have an advantage going into the second leg, and it's just been doubled. I'll tell you what, Balaki, probably man of the match in this game, right? 2 goals and an assist. Only played 45 minutes, but I'm not going to complain one little bit. We have an edge. We've got Wolves midweek. But I have got an eye firmly planted on the second leg here because I think we are now in pole position to get to the Europa League semi-finals. Matt being out for 3 to 4 weeks is annoying. These injuries keep piling up. As soon as we get one person fit, someone new from our starting 11 is out injured, and Matt will miss out on that second quarter-final game, which is only a week away. Now, at the risk of tempting fate, our midweek game is against Wolves. And I say midweek, it's on a Sunday. It's midweek compared to the European games. Look, we're not going to worry about this one. It should be straightforward. The other game was meant to be straightforward too. But no, coming back for a second leg against Manchester United, I want to dump them out of the competition. Football Manager gods, be kind. Well, after the disaster of Sheffield United, pleased to report we did manage to beat Wolves 5-0 in the end. Vial with a brace, Everard getting 2 goals. Great to see as well. Unfortunately, despite this win, nothing has changed at the top because Manchester United also managed to win. The gap is still 4 points. Now, of course, having just beaten Manchester United in the first leg, I'm hoping that we can win this second leg as well. Away from home, though, it is going to be tougher. The good news is players are coming back to full fitness. In terms of the team, I'm going to keep it semi-rotated. Hamilton did sit out the last game, so I'm going to bring him back into the team, and Marco's going to play at right back because, sadly, Semeraro did get injured. In terms of attacking mids, unsurprisingly, I want to get Balaki into the team somehow, so we're going to play him and Faye either side, with Junjun Hwan in the middle. I don't think I've played this front three before. Everard is going to play up front, fully match fit now, still resting up these players just to try and keep condition nice and high. I feel like on paper we have the quality here to win, though. I mean, heck, we don't even necessarily have to win on the night. A draw, a defeat by just 1 goal, and we are through to the Europa League semi-final, and you'd have to say at that point there's this massive expectation to win it. If you've played Football Manager and played in the slightly lesser European competitions outside the Champions League, I do feel like if you're an English club, there's just this expectation that you probably should be winning it. Anyway, Old Trafford is playing host to this game. I am not going with the higher pressing style of play that we adapted to, but did work well. If we see this game not really working out as we want to see it, I might change it up. I am actually just going to change our mentality to balanced. I feel like over 2 legs, but just especially away from home in 2-legged games, balanced is just a really good mentality. I used it a lot in the league, for those of you who watch the player versus player Football Manager tournament. And yeah, in away games especially, I think balanced mentality can be really, really vital. Anyway, saying all of that, we're without the ball right now and being left chasing shadows. 15 minutes into this game, Manchester United will want an early start and an early goal. Maybe they can deliver something here. Silva scores. I don't know if this is going to be offside. He's running back with the ball. This was a crazy passing move. Obviously, they are our big challengers in the Premier League. For a reason, the goal counts, and that shakes up this game very early on. Can we discuss this goal? Like, this was a really, an annoyingly good goal. I can't really be mad. They've absolutely cut us open, and that first time finish was delightful. Okay, well, we conceded 1 early on. That was not on the bingo card and not something we wanted to see. Conceding 2 goals early on, maybe then we do start to panic slightly. Oliveira plays inside Daniel. Profundi, back to goal, turns, hits the woodwork. I've seen enough. I have seen enough. We're giving them too much time, too much respect. Let's up the press. Let's get stuck in. I'm actually going to ask the team to step up as well. I don't want to leave them with opportunities like we've seen so far. We need to be a bit more proactive with our defending. Letting them have the ball isn't working so far. And I feel like the game has kind of given me a chance here, having shown me that, to just make changes before it's too late. Daniel loses the ball. Oh, my word. They've gifted us possession. Faye through the middle. A lot to do here. Everard shoots. Forces a save out of Diaz. I mean, half an hour into this game, Manchester United with 1 shot on target, which found the back of the net. We are still 3-2 up on aggregate. We've not had as much of the ball as I'd like to see, but we are creating stuff. Can we create more here? Gasparini on the overlap. Floats it towards Everard. Cleared away, but Balaki looking to put the defence under pressure. Can't win the ball. But you can see here, we are now trying to just press up a little bit higher and force an error. Profundi picks up the ball now for Manchester United, holding it up, but Sanchez wins it off him. The defence in mid coming good. He can pick out a pass as well, or he could just go on his own. He runs past everyone. That was really not far wide. Just a couple of minutes left of this first half. We've been good since we conceded and since, well, they had that half chance. It might mean nothing. Daniel scores. Is it going to be offside? Is it going to be? I hope it's offside. I need it to be offside. It was a set piece we didn't deal with. It's not going to count. Okay, breathe a sigh of relief. That was scary. Well, I thought that was going to be it for the first half. It's not it. Spoilers. 2 minutes of added time. The ball's through. Everard in behind, one-on-one. You have to score chances like these. He takes it round the keeper and just can't get the ball out of his feet. Manchester United deal with it. Oh, Everard had such a great opportunity there. He's flubbed it. He did apparently have a shot, so I guess the defender blocked it. I mean, it's not been a first half full of chances, but a flurry late on. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. I want them fired up. There's a kick-off highlight here immediately. I pray that if Everard is given a similar opportunity again, he can take it. Gasperini, Balaki, playing as that attacking mid today, loses out. Profundi plays it forward, but Vincent Day, the youngster, picks it up nicely. Sanchez to Hamilton. Balaki got an option on his left, got options in the middle as well. Jun Hwan, dispossessed. Silva plays it wide. I feel like we're going to see some more goals in this game. I don't know about anyone else. It's got that energy about it. Oliveira for them, bringing it forward. We win the ball nicely, though. Maylan latches onto the loose ball. Vincent Day, Jun Hwan dinks it wide to Balaki. Gasperini now, the left-back, with some green grass in front of him to run into. He is quick as well, this left-back. Look at him go. Fizzes it in. I don't feel like that pass should have got through. It did get through. It's 4-2. I'll tell you what, low crosses in this Football Manager, very, very good. Exhibit A. The defence just can't deal with this low fizzed ball. I think it went through 2 defenders' legs. Whoever that was there, this man, Jaimez, he's probably said James or something, isn't it? Awful by him. I mean, we're 10 minutes into this second half. Look at the stats. Look at them. We are running rampant. Manchester United's early goal has been all that they've really created outside of that offside chance. And as for ourselves, we're ratcheting up the pressure here at Old Trafford. We've got them on the ropes. We need to keep on the front foot now. Hamilton with the ball being hunted down, but gives it back to Maylan. Marco, now the right back. Players in the middle to potentially aim for here for Marco. He floats it to the back stick. Keeper flaps a hand. Sanchez tries to get it back into a dangerous area, fails to pick out his man, but we are keeping the pressure up. It is not relenting right now. Vincent Day, back to Hamilton. Look at the men we've got committed to this attack. Manchester United, all of their players parked behind the ball trying to deal with it. Faye, Everard, I think he's offside. It would be his 33rd goal of the season. I kind of know inside this isn't going to count. VAR goal check. Offside. I don't think it was that close. I mean, it's a lovely finish by Everard, but as I think we're about to see here... Oh, okay, you know what? The right back made that a lot closer than it probably looked at first glance. We're still 2 goals to the good. We should look at the positives. We're doing what we need to do. I'm going to make some changes. Balaki off. Vial on. I'm going to bring in Salza as well. Jun Hwan's picked up a little bit of an injury. Marco's on a booking. The only right back on the bench is Mark. So Mark is coming on at right back in this game. And this has been a pretty makeshift team from our kind of squad. Admittedly, the defence is kind of where it's a bit more makeshift. But considering that we're without, well, Salza, we're without Soa, I feel like we've done mighty good over these 2 kind of games so far. And let's try and keep it going here. Faye in behind. Shoots wide. He should be scoring that. That's such a good chance. Manchester United, they need a response here. There's 22 minutes left. It's still a 2-goal game in our favour. 1-1 on the night. You'd have to say we're probably worthy of being ahead in this game. But that is not how football works. We have to keep things secure. Spike Brits tips it over. That is a warning. Going to shout some encouragement at the players. We've still got a corner to deal with here. I'm not having fun. I'm not enjoying it because there are moments this year where I felt like we've been bottlers. Sometimes you kind of have a team in Football Manager that you know is a super team, that you know is a great team. I don't know about this Newcastle team yet if I'd put it in that bracket where every game we look like we are just going to win. We are... Well, I mean, it's 1-1 here. We drew against Sheffield United earlier. We don't win every game, but we don't need to win this game. There's 5 minutes left. I was about to make more subs because I've not really made them here. But with 5 minutes left, Manchester United need 2. Vial wins it. McSweeney latches onto the loose ball. I did notice they have changed to a slightly more, well, I think it's meant to be an attacking system, but they actually have more players behind the ball now, Manchester United. They've got 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs, 2 defensive mids, and then a front 3. And right now we are playing around that team. Salza turns the ball really nicely. Coming back from injury. Everard in behind. Oh, my word. How about that to win the game? What a absolutely stupendous finish. I love the turn there by Salza. Coming back from injury, still figuring out how match sharp he is. He looks sharp there, but not as sharp as that finish. That is dirty. Well, I'm going to hope that the Europa League isn't an unnecessary distraction, but they are our big rivals in the Premier League. We've dumped them out of the annual European football that they were entitled to. Manchester United, your Europa League run ends here. Wins home and away. Really, really nice. Everard with that all-important one there. Elsewhere, Genoa through, Hertha Berlin through, and PAOK through. Obviously, they play in Greece. They're actually 5th in Greece right now. Atramitos, my former club, up in 3rd. If you were wondering, they actually won the Greek League last year. I'm going to claim that I helped with that. Now, our draw in the next round is going to be against Hertha Berlin. Right now, they're 8th in the Bundesliga. Their key man is Prazeres. On the one hand, I feel like this should just be, you know, a relatively straightforward and hopefully easy game. On the other hand, it's European football. Nothing is certain. I mean, I'm looking at the scheduling here. We've got some nasty matches. I think what I'm probably going to do is play Bournemouth, West Ham, and the first leg against Hertha Berlin. And depending on what we do there, we might come back for the second leg. That second leg precedes the final 2 games of the season against Everton and Arsenal. And the title looks like it might go down to near the wire. If I just show you the fixtures in reverse here, Bournemouth, West Ham, Hertha, Crystal Palace, Hertha again, then Arsenal, Everton. I think tomorrow we're going to be ending the Premier League season, and I am genuinely scared for it, because those last 2 games are horrible. I mentioned during that Manchester United game about how I don't know if this team's the real deal yet, and I still don't really know if it's the real deal. I feel like if we win the league now, if we were to win all our remaining games, we'd be on 94 points. It's a good kind of points total. It's not quite Man City levels, but it would be great. I mean, when you look at the stats, we've been the best team this year. I don't know, that draw against Sheffield United just has me a bit worried. Let me know down in the comments your prediction for our final league position. Is first or second? It probably should be first. Will it be first? We find out together tomorrow. We're back tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time. It's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.